So good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. My name is Shalia Anthony, and my partner Natalie Castro, my coworker Natalie Castro, is out today, so I will be doing the SITREP for this week by myself. So I'm going to talk about Military Veteran Peer Network and their programs. Military Veteran Peer Network is only in the state of Texas. There's peer service coordinators all over the state of Texas. So if there's anything you need, they're able to get you taken care of. So what we do is we do one-on-one peer support, which is kind of like a battle buddy type program. We have peer support groups. Currently, we have 5 active groups. We have Pathfinders, which is for active duty and veterans. We have the other side for the family members of active duty and veterans. It takes place at the exact same time. So you both can come at the same time and just go into 2 different rooms. We have Yarnaholics, which is a crochet group. We find that when you work with your hands, your mind's more at ease and you're more open with what you're going through. Plus, you learn a hobby. We have Written Memories, which is a journaling group, which is currently virtual. Again, getting those thoughts out of your head on the paper. And then we have Haven, which is Harassment, Assault, Violence Ends Now. It's for survivors of sexual assault, sexual harassment. And then we do a variety of trainings. We do suicide prevention awareness trainings and mental health first aid trainings. So with the suicide prevention awareness, we do Ask About Suicide to Save a Life. We do CALM, which is counseling on access to lethal means, is putting time and distance between the method of suicide and the person that's having suicidal ideations. As far as the mental health first aid, we do youth and adult. Both of those classes are for adults, but it's to recognize mental illness in youth or adults. And then we collaborate with the VA to do SAFE training, which is a suicide prevention awareness training focusing on veterans. We do military cultural competency training. We do it once a month, but if you have an organization or agency that wants more information on it, we can set up a time to do it for your organization. And we also do parent cafes in collaboration with the Center for Children. And that's the goal is to help alleviate domestic violence in the homes. And the biggest thing we do is community resources. So if there's anything you might need, employment, help with disability, rent, about to be homeless, anything you can think of, we can get you squared away, because we collaborate with a lot of different agencies. So we know exactly who you need to go to instead of you driving around stressing out, trying to figure out what do I do next. As far as the Veterans One Stop Center, they do free counseling services for active duty veterans and their families. It does not matter your discharge status. They do individual, they do family, and they do marriage counseling. Even those in Las Cruces and Alamogordo can be seen here at the facility or virtual, whichever one's more comfortable for you. We have an education department with Grand Canyon University and Western Governors University. So any type of questions you have regarding education, starting your goals or whatever, they can get you squared away, and you don't necessarily have to go to their universities. And we have Texas Veterans Commission Claims Department housed with us as well. So if you're trying to start your claim or you have questions about your claim, they can go ahead and get you taken care of. So I'm gonna go ahead and introduce our guests for today. We actually have 2 guests. We have Luther Jones, who is the Veteran Employer Liaison, and we have Mr. Scott Graves, who is the District Outreach Coordinator for Texas Veterans Commission. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to them so they can tell you about their program. Go ahead.
All right, thank you so much, Shalia. Yeah, so I'm here with Scott here. We're from the Texas Veterans Commission, and we just wanted to kind of give you a quick overview of what we do here. There's many different programs that we focus on. Me and Scott are primarily in our employment services program, and then what I do as a veteran employer liaison is that I work more on the employer side, so I connect the employer with the veterans. So our career advisors, which are my counterparts, what they do is they help a veteran get what we call job ready. So that's making sure a resume is modernized and it shows their skills from the military in kind of civilian verbiage. What I do on the other end is that I bring those employers in. So once that veteran is considered job ready, I set up informational interviews, like regular real interviews if I can do that, and then as well as job fairs, hosting events where I bring the employer in one-on-one with the veteran and things like that. And then I kind of show them the benefits through different programs that can kind of benefit the employer. Sometimes they may be able to get tax breaks depending on specific veterans and things like that. And then also put the organization up for awards if they are eligible for the awards. So if they hire veterans, if they have programs, incentives to retain veterans, or they promote veteran families, the spouses, things like that. So that's what we kind of do in employment services. But we got a slideshow here that'll go over the entire Texas Veterans Commission program. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to share my screen. All right. And I'm going to pull my PowerPoint here. I wonder if I can slide this over. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And are you able to see the slides? All right, perfect. So yeah, we'll just get started here. So the mission of the Texas Veterans Commission, as you can see there, is just to provide superior service for veterans and their families in the state of Texas. We have the different departments. We're going to go through those, so I'm just going to breeze through this slide. But you see, there's an entire litany of different services that we can provide. And if something is on there that a veteran needs that we can't provide, I'm about 99% sure we can guide you in the right direction and warm transfer you to that organization that can help you. So to start it off, we have our claims department. Our claims department are located within the VA, and then we have a claims department that it's external. And what they do is they just help individuals that are wanting help with claims. So service-connected disabilities, VA appeals, and the good thing about it is that we have those offices inside of the VA because there's still, and I'm glad that we have this opportunity with the VA One Stop here, that we can come in and share this because there's still a lot of veterans that don't know we exist. So having the ability to have Texas Veterans Commission inside of those locations is very vital. And then also we have them outside. You can call. There's appointments that you can set up that you can speak with an individual on the phone. So if you can't really if you can't really get transportation, we can help you there as well. We have our healthcare advocacy department, and sort of in the same route, but what they do is they help with some of those getting past some of the barriers like doctor's appointments, lab testings, and making sure those referrals go to the right places because a lot of veterans don't know that there are benefits outside of the actual VA that they're entitled to. So they help with that kind of stuff. We have our education department. This is a big one. I used to work in education myself, and there are a ton of veterans that are just clueless almost to how much benefits they have to either change their career or add to the education that they already have. They may have a ton of experience that they've used inside of the military, and they want to be able to translate that. But sometimes you just have to have that piece of paper, that degree, that certificate, that license, and we can help you. We can give you all the information to use your GI Bill benefits, Hazelwood Act, tuition exemption if you're a Texas resident. And then there's a bunch of other things that we can help you with, and we have coordinators that are specific for that. Now, this is what we mainly do here in the El Paso area, our employment services team. And we have our veteran career advisors that work directly with the veteran. And what they do is that resume interview preparation. We do mock interviews. We do dress to success workshops with the individuals. We even guide them to resources. We'll lean on the Texas Veterans Leadership Program and American GI Forum, and then just other organizations here locally if a veteran needs clothes for an interview or clothes to work, or if they just need some training, and we'll go through that entire process with them to kind of keep them at ease before they have that interview. And then myself, the employer liaison, is that we educate the companies. We want to bring the company to the veteran. We want to make sure that they understand that some of those intangibles that the veterans may not show on a resume. You may not everyone can put on a resume that I work well with others, but a veteran, they have that actual working experience, working with diverse populations, different people, go here, do that, hurry up and wait, a lot of different things that come with that. And we make sure that the employer is aware of that. We also have our rural veteran career advisors, our RVCAs, and they do a dual role. Texas is a big place, so we have someone that can find you in a location wherever you're at. And then we have our family career advisors as well. Now, this is where the Texas Veterans Commission kind of gets broken up. So as you can see, West Texas and the big kind of bluish, tealish kind of look there, that's how it's split up. We have the largest area in Texas, but I always want to show the map during this because if a veteran needs help in Austin, San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, wherever they end up going, we have someone in that area that we can hand you off to. So just because we're here in West Texas and you may be looking for employment or services somewhere else, we can get you that same kind of level of service that you're expecting here in those areas. And now I want to hand it over. We're going to do a little seat swap here with my district outreach coordinator, Scott Graves.
Okay. Thank you. Hi, Miss Anthony. How are you doing today?
I'm good. And yourself?
Good. And hello to everybody else. Okay, so I'm going to carry it from here. I'm going to switch over. We have an entrepreneurship program, and a lot more people do this than maybe you think. And the last one I remember diverting over to this was a fellow who wanted to go into a retired man who wanted to go into actually making grills. And so how the entrepreneurship program can help, and I would tell you this is the primary And the best aspect of it is they can help relieve you on taxes that the state of Texas would otherwise charge you. And we're talking about a significant amount. We're talking about franchise taxes and other taxes that they can fill out these forms and show that they're a veteran. And then for the first 5 years, they're going to get a break from those taxes. So they can roll those taxes over into their business and develop it in a way that most people wouldn't be able to do. You know, they'd have to, if you're a civilian, you never served in the military at all, you're going to pay those taxes in that first 5 years. So they're going to be able to roll those taxes and either hold on to it or roll it over and develop their business in a way that they wouldn't otherwise be able to do. So that's really good. They can help connect you to capital so that you can actually develop your business more if you need access to capital. They can help you with a business plan, and that's super important because you got to see if your idea is even feasible before you take off with it, and if there's a market for it. I mean, couldn't be more important than knowing whether there's a market for what you want to do or not, you know, and if there's not, of course, you're going to fail at the outset. So they really help you with that. They give you a step up on government contracting, understanding how to approach those issues and make bids to the government. And then one of the best things about it is they'll find somebody, usually they have somebody that is in a mentor role in the field that you want to go into, and they will connect you with that person. It may not be like in El Paso, they may find somebody for you that's a mentor in Austin, but you can do everything you can do in person. You can do it over the phone nowadays or through Teams. So they're going to have somebody who's kind of walked that road before in that business, and they're going to be able to coach you about what to look out for, what the pitfalls can be, and so forth. So the entrepreneurship program is actually very good. Then we have a women veterans program, and the women veterans program primarily what they're aiming to do is connect women, and anybody who's been around veteran services for any amount of time knows that women are highly overlooked as veterans. They're generally not paid attention to, and people don't usually think that they're veterans. So that's another roadblock or barrier that they can face. And so the women's veteran program is going to just first and foremost encourage, help connect you with services that are out there, and they're going to follow up and make sure that you're getting the services that you're supposed to get. So that's an excellent program that we have. We have a mental health program, and I will be the first to say it's not the most developed program that is out there. But what it does do really well is they know where the services are. They know where the one stops are. They know who to contact in the VA. They know where to plug in folks if they're struggling with their mental health. And anybody that's been around soldiers or retired soldiers or really any branch understands the importance for this, you know, and we all have stories that we can tell about folks that did not get mental health services when they should have. And so the program is there. They can do a little bit. They really don't do full-blown counseling. And that very first thing they do is connection to those kind of services, but they still have some kind of last resort services that they can do. So that's very important. And then finally, grants. If anybody on this call is involved in any kind of support to veterans or wants to be involved in developing a support organization to veterans, you can actually get grants. You can get grants from Texas Veterans Commission to fund treatment programs. A lot of money goes to treatment programs. A lot of money goes to like the Veterans Treatment Court. You see that on the screen there. So we largely fund those things and all over the state, and there's 38 programs that exist throughout the state now for Veterans Treatment Court. They have general assistance grants if somebody's in a real bind, and I'm talking individual veterans here from whichever service, they can get access usually to some amount of money to help with different things like rent. It's never going to be a long-term thing. It's never going to be a long-term solution, but if somebody needs a month or two assistance with grant assistance with bills or rent and that type of thing, they can do that. Housing grants are definitely there, and those are for things like disability. They can also connect you with the Veterans Land Board, which has a whole battery of funding sources they can get you into to get things if you're disabled and having trouble at your home, and moving around your home, accessing things. And then they also fund Veterans County Service Officer grants. And so that's the very last slide. The County Veteran Service Officers, this is the menu of things that they actually handle at the county level. And some of it duplicates, that is true, but they help with compensation and pension, connecting you to those type of services, healthcare, education and training, employment, burial and survivor, housing, transportation, and military records. All those things are very important. One of these programs one of the ones that Luther went over that is very important to me is the healthcare advocacy, because I use that thing, believe it or not, because things don't always go perfectly. I think they try at the VA. They really do try to get things going, but they're working with a lot of people, and there's a lot of appointments going this way and that way. And sometimes things fall off track. And I have used Travis Walker here, and Travis is good. And I don't know if y'all ever met him or not, but he's a really good man, and man, he hops on things and gets them done. So, at the very least, to me, that's worth it. And that's the program I have actually used the most with TVC. And so, are there any questions?
Nope, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Right. No, that was very, very thorough. I mean, I thought I was gonna be focused on employment, but you covered the whole TVC, which is the good thing, because a lot of people do not know how much, Texas Veterans Commission actually does within the state of Texas, not just El Paso. So I appreciate you sharing pretty much everything, touching on everything that they do to try to make everything better for veterans in our community.
Absolutely. And you will not find programs like this in any other state. When I got out first, I went back to my home state in New York, and, I started looking for veteran services, and what I got was the look of, you're looking at me. That's the kind of the look I got. And I did not get any help from my home state, regrettably. I hate to say that, but it's true. But Texas, man, they go above and beyond. They really do. And that's one of the reasons why I'm still here. So
Exactly.
don't hesitate. You can contact me, you can contact Luther, either one of us. We're going to get you pointed in the right direction, so it doesn't really matter what you need. We're going to try to help you.
All right. No, I really appreciate it. Thank y'all for joining me today. And again, telling everybody about the different opportunities they can have within the TVC. So I truly appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. And thank you for inviting us too.
You're welcome.
Absolutely.
Hey, y'all stay safe.
Leah.
What is that?
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Take care.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.